Ho, welcome back to the channel of alot92, the shaman of gaming, and welcome to the overdue, I admit that, part 2 of my multiplayer reveal analysis for Black Ops 2. So basically where I left it was Hastro was just about to listen in to the in-game chat, so it was like the pro players communicating. So let's get straight back into that.
Everyone's shocked up top. Mom, we're down 3, boys. Let's go. Keep it up.
It's coming to you.
One follow me. One follow me on the left side.
Pushing the right building. Right behind me. Wow.
Oh, inside, up top, up top.
Bottom of the far right.
He's weak up top. Oh, he's in the closet.
One shot.
Don't was in the closet. Nice. We're still down 3, guys. Come on.
One shot.
On the west side. I got him.
He went back.
Right, so I realised that in that little section of gameplay there, you didn't really see any different from, you know, what I've already displayed in this video in terms of the way the game plays. And, but, I don't know, in that little section more than others, I think you could see that this game moves a lot quicker than the original Black Ops did. And, you know, the original Black Ops had its problems with Ghost and Second Chance and, you know, that sort of thing. But I think the thing in my experience that I heard most complained about was the pace of the game, you know, that it moved really slowly. And in that little section, I think you could see that it moves a lot quicker. You know, it looks like the ADS is fast, the sprint speed's fast, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot more quick-paced than the original Black Ops, so let's see what else it's got in store.
And as we took that listen in right there, we heard the North Americans communicating so effectively, and now they find themselves still down by 6. They were trying to claw back into it, as you heard Merc giving some nice call-outs to his teammates, picking up a couple kills right there as we were viewing him. And it looks like Gunshi from the European side is on a tear right now with a 6-kill streak. He has the M8A1 assault rifle, and it looks like he has the classic reflex attachment on that. So the reflex sight, and he actually has 2 attachments. If you notice in the bottom right corner of your screen, you'll see a small circle there with a tiny arrow. That is actually the select fire attachment. So that means Gunshi can take that weapon and put it into automatic fire mode, or he can turn it into burst fire mode. And it looks like Gunshi picked up another huge kill there on Ray with the TAC-45. That's his secondary pistol. Spots another player from the North American side, picking up some nice shots right there, some nice hit markers. And it looks like the Europeans are increasing their lead here. As we take a look at the map, looks like Gunshi's going to run into maybe a couple more North American players right here. He's going to decide to back off a little bit. But one player is breaching that office building, so Gunshi's got to be careful. Take some shots there. Nice shots on Big Timer. Spots another player from North America up top. 38 seconds left to go now. Still on board with Gunshi, and it looks like people are applauding. Gunshi gets a nice, huge shot right there on Merc. Very nice jumping hip-fire shot on Merc. And it looks like the Europeans are now running away with this one. Up by 20 kills as Gunshi goes huge with a double kill to go on about a 14 or 15 kill streak.
Okay, so if I was to show you the rest of this game, you probably wouldn't even see anything that you haven't seen already in this video, so, you know, there's nothing else in that regard. But I thought I would just point out that this assault rifle, the M8A1, is probably the gun that looks like it's one of the best guns in the game, from where I'm watching anyway. You can decide that for yourself, but especially with the select fire attachment, I think you're going to see that a lot when the game comes out. Because I was just sort of thinking, imagine one of the guns in Modern Warfare 3 that's, you know, one of the best guns on the game, say the ACR or the CR, something like that. If that had a select fire attachment where you could fire 1 bullet or a burst, you know, 3-round burst, it would just tear up. And I know obviously in this game every gun's going to have that attachment, but this M8A1, you know, with this select fire attachment from long range, it picks people off really easily, you know, with the burst fire. And then as you saw with that double kill from up close, it can hit fire fully automatically, so it does look like it's possibly going to be one of the better guns in the game. So let's move on to something a little bit different.
Home advantage telling in that first game, but it's all going to change because we're showing off one of the new game modes now. This is multi-team team deathmatch. Tell us about this one, Vaughn.
Yeah, so this is a 3-on-3-on-3-on-3, but you can play multi-team deathmatch with up to 6 factions and any combination of 18 players. This is going to be very intense. These are very competitive guys, very competitive small teams of 3, small group, squad tactics are going to matter. They're going to have to load out really well and work together to win this game. It's going to be an epic, epic match.
Now those loadouts are really interesting, right? So everyone knows about the Pick 10 creator class system. Tell us how that's influencing the multiplayer game and what people should look out for in this.
So in this particular combination, I'm going to be specifically looking to see how these guys have combined wild cards and Pick 10 together to complement each other's play styles, because with this multi-team deathmatch game, this action's so intense and these guys are going to have to be cooperating, so I want to see how different their classes are and how similar they are, and that should be a really interesting thing to look for here.
So in this next part of the video, the pros are going to be jumping into a game of multi-team team deathmatch, which, as you heard David von der Haar say there, is a game mode where it's in any combination of 18 players or 6 factions fighting against each other up to a score limit. And you also heard him touch on the creator class system, which of course is the Pick 10. You know, you pick 10 from a primary, secondary attachments, lethal, tactical equipment, and all that good stuff. But you also heard him touch on the wildcard, which I'm guessing. Well, I'm not guessing. I believe it's a sort of random class generator, which obviously when there's so much to choose from in terms of weapons, attachments and everything, then that could come up with some really wacky classes, and hopefully you'll see a little bit of diversity in the game.
For David von der Haar in the booth with me, and we're about to launch Turbine multi-team team deathmatch. And this is quite the interesting game mode, Vaughn. What are your predictions right here? And go ahead and make a prediction.
I'm going to predict that this thing is going to be wire to wire, that these guys are really going to just get super into this thing, and we're going to see some tough, tight, close scores the entire match.
Yeah, I actually agree. Multi-team TDM is introducing, so many different aspects into the gameplay just because of the fact that you're adding multiple teams, as we see Gunshi, who finished that last game absolutely on fire, picking up another kill right there, and that was on Nice, and that was actually Nice from the team Germany. And why don't we pull the picture-in-picture up and take a look here, Vaughn. We see that Optic is actually playing as the Seals faction that I'm hovered over with my cursor right here. And then now we see that Team Prophecy from the UK.
Up the UK! No. Yeah, I thought I'd just give it another quick pause here just to show you another quick look at the picture-in-picture from the spectator's view, because I think it's even nicer and, it does an even better job in multi-team team deathmatch, because you can see which factions, in which position, shows it really clearly. You can see the faction's emblem and all that. And I thought I'd just point out, as you can see, a lot more use of the MAA1. I really do think this is going to be one of the most used weapons in the game, but we shall see.
That happens to me all the time when I swap the players. I curse them, and look at this. Shane is fully loaded with score streaks right now.
He's got the death machine out. This should be really entertaining.
Yeah, the death machine is just massive in this game. It does some super damage to the body of enemy soldiers, but you know what I like to use it for? I actually like to take out score streaks with it, because it's brutal. I mean, if there's a score streak in the sky and I can take it out with the death machine, I'm going to do it. It really fires so many bullets, and it's kind of absolutely devastating, those score streaks, and it's absolutely devastating right there as we see Shane picking up the kill on Big Timer from Optic. Envious is still in the lead by 4. We're headed into the last minute of the game now, Vaughn.
Wow, so there it is, forcefully shoving candy floss up your ass and into your eyes. The death machine returns with a vengeance. I am so glad that this is an actual, score streak in this game. There was times in Black Ops where I really just wanted to be able to unlock it. It does damage, and as Hastro says, because it's an actual, score streak in this game, it'll be perfect for shooting down helicopters and that sort of thing. So that could be really useful. Glad it's returning, and it looks absolutely beast.
And why don't we take a look at the picture-in-picture again, and let's see if we can hop on board with somebody who's on fire. Looks like Gunshi's on the 3-kill streak.
Panic knife.
Now we also saw the Pick 10.
Yeah, the Pick 10 is the Pick 10 combined with wild cards is the framework of what makes up the new creator class system. And those players were equipped up so they can be successful working together.
Now there's also some nuances and changes that you actually made to each of the classes in terms of attachments and perks. Tell us a little bit about that.
So in Black Ops 2, for you to modify your weapon in any way, shape, or form, you have to actually take an attachment for it.
So here is the meat and two vegetables of this video. This is really the point that I wanted to get to and what I really wanted to touch on. Here before your very eyes are all the attachments for the AN-94 in this instance. So I'm guessing that these are the attachments for all the assault rifles. Here we have the Reflex, ACOG, Target Reader, which of course is the new one, Hybrid Optic, which you saw in the original multiplayer trailer. That he was using in tandem with the Guardian, the suppressor, fast mag, which is basically dual mags, foregrip, laser sight, adjustable stock. And what I noticed about this is obviously it's highlighted, and at the bottom it says move faster whilst aiming. In the next part of the video, you'll hear David van der Haar talk about that he really wanted the attachments to, you know, have the real difference on your weapon. So adjustable stock, move faster while aiming, that's like the Stalker perk in Modern Warfare 3. Next to that comes quick draw. Obviously quick draw was a perk in Modern Warfare 3 as well, so this means that you can aim down sight faster. So obviously that is affecting your weapon, so that's going to be an attachment. Next to that's the millimeter scanner, grenade launcher, select fire, which as I said I think is going to be very prevalent, FMJ and extended clip. So there before your eyes, as I said before, are all the attachments for the assault rifles. And oh yeah, I wanted to touch on this. At the top there you can see the little bar for how many of your points, allocation points in the class have been used. In this instance it's 6 out of 10. And yeah, I'm very excited about this, so let's carry on.
So in our previous game, you could actually sometimes use perks to modify your weapon. And what this does for us is make sure that we have perks be about player and player behavior, and attachments be about weapon and weapon behavior. And that's a really important part of how we're tuning the game.
And we're going to get into some hardpoint now, right? Another new game mode.
Sorry, it looks like some hardpoint on cargo. Now, hardpoint is inspired by those traditional King of the Hill style game modes. This is going to be very intense. Very small areas of the map, locations that you have to be in order to score, and you're going to see so much action pushed onto something that's very intense.
Fantastic. So what should we look out for in terms of the way the players are going to play this hardpoint mode?
Right, so essentially what you want to do is get a nice setup around the hard point. It's like David said, similar to a King of the Hill game mode. You're going to get points for being in the hard point vicinity. So one player can actually hop in there and score that for your team while your teammates kind of wrap around and set up around it and protect that player who's in there. So that's what you're going to see, these players trying to set up around this part of cargo where the hard point is located, and that hard point is going to rotate around the map, and players are going to have to move their setup to kind of essentially score those points as it moves.
So again, it's all about communication, all about teamwork.
So here we're touching on another new game mode for the Call of Duty series, although you can hear it mentioned there that it is based around the classic King of the Hill style gameplay features, and you know, I'd compare it inside the Call of Duty series to Drop Zone, although you're not earning care packages and you can run your own kill streaks and all that sort of thing. So I'll jump quickly into some gameplay and you can see how it'll pan out in game.
And it looks like Raiden has a sniper rifle.
Oh, man.
It's the DSR-50. Let's definitely stay on board with him right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that ballistic CPU on the back of that thing, and that's going to reduce his sway. I just love the way that thing looks.
Yeah, and he's going to throw a combat axe. YouTube money.
Yes.
So now he's going to go ahead and walk over here and try and get.
Oh, that
nice
was
shot
dirty.
on Merc. Right off the bat,
now look
gave us a nice thing to look at there.
Yeah, so this is really cool. Now, if you look at the score panel at the top of the screen, when guys are in the zone, you'll see exactly how many players are in there. You'll see that little arrow indicating 3 players in the zone right now for STC, and that thing's going to be moving around. And that's how we're using the score panel to let you know the state of the game mode.
Right, so as we see on Raiden's screen, the hardpoint is in the office here, and as we take a look on the picture-in-picture overhead map, it looks like this is just chaos here in this area, but it looks like the Europeans have actually taken great control. We see on the picture-in-picture that all these players are on the objective. So you have 3 players right now. There's an icon there, Vaughn, so that actually tells us that you're on the objective in picture-in-picture mode.
That icon is specifically good for indicating how many people are in that zone, so you know who to pay attention to. And it's just one of the many features of picture-in-picture and how we use objectives, that objective column, and
indicating the state of the game for players.
Yeah, now Swanee is on a 4-kill streak. We'll swap over to him, and looks like he's calling in a score streak right there. It's a lightning strike.
Nice hit. 2-hit lightning strike kill right there.
That's right. So he picked up 2 kills, and now he's on a 6-kill streak. And look at that shot. What a shot that was.
Oh, so
Taking
dirty.
out Twiz, too. Twiz was scoped in with a sniper rifle, not paying much attention. He just got it from behind. 8 kills in a row now for Swanee, and finally he goes down.
So there you can see displayed how hardpoint's really going to play out. As I said, similar to Drop Zone, except for the the whole care package thing. The point moves around the map, and it's all about controlling it. And in the spectator mode, I really like that you can see how many players are contributing, how many players are inside the zone at any one time. And yeah, that looks like a decent game mode. Think I'll be trying that out a little bit when I get the game. And yeah, that's just a little bit of a display of how that game mode is really going to play out. So that's really all that I can muster out of this particular multiplayer reveal. And hopefully as more details come out, I'll be able to, bring some more videos and hopefully some more in-depth videos. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and penis. Oh, I forgot to mention, in that little clip there, you got a little bit of a taster of how the sniper rifles are going to work in this game, and a small little taster of how the shotguns are going to work in this game. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. Anyway, on the screen at the moment, you can see there's part 1 of the my analysis of the Black Ops 2 reveal, if you're interested in that, and below that is my playthrough of Sanatorium. If you're interested, you can subscribe in the top right and my channel in the bottom right. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like or just some feedback. Subscribe if you want to, and I will see you very soon. Panda porn.